Hi my loves, welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Whew, okay y'all. Even with me, you know what I'm saying, sipping out, I had to have me some green tea this morning. I had to wake up early this morning. I'm going to my son's father's mechanic to see what's going on with my car. But you know what I'm saying, in reality, it's kind of frustrating because he's not paying for it to get fixed. He just want me to go up there and see what's exactly wrong and see how much it's going to cost. And it's just, I got to go up there specifically at 10 a.m., which, as y'all already know, that's the time that I start recording. That's the time when I'm in the midst of working. And you know what I'm saying? In the midst of doing my job. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I got to wake up super early so I can get the videos together, so that I can already have this up and going while I'm going to figure out how much it's going to cost. What's the verdict? Finna see what's the damage? What's the damage? What am I actually going to have to come up with? Which I'm scared about, you know what I'm saying? I can't stunt, but we finna see, you know. Anyways, the message I heard is, I don't gotta let you anything. The scripture comes from Amos 2:1. Thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgressions against Moab, and for 4, I do not reverse it, because of his burning the bones of the king of Edom to lime. And I have sent a fire against Moab, and it has consumed the palaces of Kiriath, and Moab is dying with noise, with shouting, with voice of horn. And I have cut off judges from her midst, and I slay all its heads with him, said Yahweh. So here's the message. I just feel like this message goes to somebody that this is someone where it's like God is saying that he wants you to just be appreciative with what he's doing. Because for somebody, I just feel like it's some kind of judgment that either came up against this person or they brought it up on themselves, and they are feeling like they are very frustrated that, oh my goodness, this fly getting on my nerves. The same fly. I gotta get my little electrocutor up in here. The same fly. But anyways, I just feel like it's a situation where this is someone that is in the midst of God's wrath. This person is dealing with God's judgment. And you know what I'm saying? It's like they just going through it. You know what I'm saying? And God is saying, while simultaneously they going through it, they feel as though God should be allowing them to do certain things. And this is somebody, they going through it because of something they did to somebody else. So this could be somebody that maybe this person was coming against you. Maybe they kept on coming up with all these plans, and they kept on coming up. They gonna do this, and now they gonna do that. They gonna sabotage this. They gonna sabotage that. God said for somebody, a relationship was sabotaged. A friendship was sabotaged. It could be a situation where somebody was sabotaging your progress. Maybe every time you move forward, this person come and kick you back down. It would be like let's say you building dudes in a little building blocks, and you done got up to 4 blocks now, and you like, yes, and you turn around to grab another block, and here they come while you turn, and they knock it over, so that now it's only 2 blocks there. And now you gotta, repair the ones that fail and then add the other one. God is saying, not only, you know what I'm saying, is this person not, like, they gonna have to watch you as you build. Because, even thinking about what God just showed me, this little, you building, you putting the little blocks on there, you turn around to get the new block, they knock the ones you already built over. And so you gotta turn around, you know what I'm saying, and you like, dang, somebody knocked over the blocks, let me go ahead, you know what I'm saying, and you put those back, and then you put the new one on top. So it's a situation where this is somebody, they've been working overtime, time and a half, God say, to tear you down, and it ain't working. And you have to understand how frustrating this must be for this person. This is part of their judgment, because it don't matter what they do to you, you still win. It's like you still come out on top. It's like no matter what, something always, you know what I'm saying? You always figure it out. Every time, it feel like it's something in my eye. Oh, I see it down here. All right, though. Even with that and how that happened, I just feel like it's a situation where whenever this person do something, you take a pause, you fix whatever they messed up, and you keep going. It's not a situation where it just completely destroy everything that you got going on. You always figure out a way around what they talking about. You always figure out a way around what they trying to do. It's not a situation where, you know what I'm saying, they have just absolutely destroyed everything. God said your progress is frustrating them. And then on top of that, on top of the fact that every time they do something, every time they try to slow you down, every time they try to cause problems for you, it don't work out. And you end up better off than you would have been if they would have just left you alone. God said on top of that, they have to deal with the wrath of God for what they doing. So not only are they having to deal with God's wrath, it's like they have to deal with God's judgment. They get punished every time they mess with you. And then on top of that, they also have to watch. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this would be somebody that's like, well, I know I got to deal with God's wrath, but at least I get to see how I messed it up for them, and everything gonna fall apart for them. They have to watch as you maneuver around the mess that they made. It's like somebody, you know what I'm saying, they spilled milk in front of you, assuming that, you know what I'm saying, and sat there watching, thinking, watch, they gonna slip. They gonna slip on the milk that I spilled. And once they slip on that milk, I get to watch them fall. And you see them drop the milk. You walk around the milk and you keep going. I just felt like you had to take a few extra steps, but you still moving forward. It's not a situation where they stopped you. They really ain't do nothing but cause problems for themselves. Because guess what? Now you done walked around the milk. You kept going. And you know what I'm saying? Now this person, they sitting there, they mad because you walked around the milk, and now they about to get in trouble because they didn't spill the milk. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And I'm just being real. And being reminded of a childhood joke of this boy that did that when I was in elementary school. He spilled. It was something else. It was something else. It was something else. But you know what I'm saying? I could never, I can't forget about it. And it happened when I was so young. And me and my ex-friend we fell, it was like, it's so corny, you know, now that I think about it as an adult, but it was so funny to us. But anywho, this little boy asked this other little boy, I was tell the story. This little boy asked this other little boy to watch his backpack. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'll be right back. I got to go to the restroom. So he get up, he goes to the restroom. The boy, he like, all right. And you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be watching the backpack. This boy, he knocks over a carton of milk. And it just spills everywhere. And it starts spilling out onto the, you know, all over the table and onto the boy backpack. And he like looks at it. And, you know, he's just literally sitting there watching the milk pour onto this boy's back. The boy just asked him to watch his back. He is watching the milk drain off the table onto the boy's backpack. And we say, ain't you gonna get something to clean it up? Ain't you gonna start like you just knocked? Are you gonna clean this? And you know, he's like, okay. And he said it in the most nonchalant. Like he gets up, and it's like I think he went and he looked for napkins, but there wasn't no napkins out. Everybody already got their food. They done closed up the little kitchen area or whatever. So he go to a teacher, but he's literally just standing there. And he is like, so like hands behind his back, you know what I'm saying, looking around, and the teacher is having a conversation with another teacher, and he don't interrupt or nothing. He just standing there, and while he doing all of this, all the milk, like he ain't even picked the carton up. The milk is still pouring, it's still flowing onto this boy's backpack. And we like, and you know what I'm saying, he finally, you know, he comes back, picks up the carton, you know what I'm saying, and he's like, I don't know. He was like, he just didn't know what to do. He just sat there like this, looking at it. And we like, oh my goodness. That little boy came back and had a fit. And we was like, Anyways, I just feel like this is a situation, ironically, compared to, like, this is a situation where it's just, I just feel like for whoever this is for, I know that has nothing to do with the message in any shape, form, or fashion, but it was funny to me when I was a kid. Like I said, as an adult, it's kind of corny, but it was, we just, I don't know, and I guess just his expressions, like, you had to be there. This is his expressions as he just navigated around, you know what I'm saying, but we was kids. But anywho, even thinking now, you know what I'm saying, it's like, dang, why didn't we pick up the carton? But I think we was all the way at the other end of the table. We were close enough to see, but we wasn't so close that we could just get up and go over there and do nothing about it. But anywho, and then it didn't have nothing to do with us. But anywho, we gave him directions, we tried, we helped, we put forth effort. Anywho, for whoever this is for, God said this person, they are under God's judgment. And you know, I just feel like somebody was, you know, they put it to my attention. They brought it to my attention that they think, they assume that I enjoy giving out bad prophecies. I do not enjoy giving out bad prophecies. It's not a situation where I'm excited about the fact that something bad is going to happen to nobody. What I am excited for is the person who is receiving vengeance. Because while there is somebody that's going to have to go through something, there is somebody that they have been causing problems for. There is someone that they have been tormenting. There is someone they have been bullying. There is someone they have been harassing. And because of their actions against this person, that is why they are going to go through the things that they're going through. While this person, and you know, even as I say, like in his message, it's kind of like, this person is like, this is the villain. I just feel like it's kind of like, this is a situation where you see a villain and they receive like they just do. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, say, you know, God gonna handle it, God gonna fix it, I know God gonna come through for me, I know God gonna stand up for me, I know God gonna this, that, and the third. But when I give a message talking about how God is going to stand up for you, now you feel like I'm too excited about that. Well, like, you got to pick. You got to choose. You got what you going to do? Do you want God to stand up for you or no? Do you want God to defend you or no? Now, it could be a situation where you could feel like, well, I just feel like that's too harsh. They don't really, I mean, God has been showing them the kindness and, you know, comfort. Like, even when you think about this message right here, this is somebody that has tried over and over and over again to cause problems for you. And whoever this person is has had to watch you overcome over and over and over again. They had to watch you overcome the problems that they caused. You know what I'm saying? Even when you think about the little story I told about when I was a kid. He sat there and watched milk pour down on that little boy backpack. But when the little boy came back, he dusted the milk off, got some napkins, okay? You know what I'm saying? He took action. He went to the restroom, got some napkins off the restroom, wiped his backpack off, wiped off the table, and rolled his eyes at him because he was like, how? But it wasn't something that just, you know what I'm saying, It's not something that was just, it didn't get inside the backpack. It didn't mess up his homework. It ain't mess up none of the papers. We was in elementary school anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? I know back then. Now, they got the kids doing crazy stuff. But back then, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't really doing too much anyways. But I'm just saying that to say, it wasn't a situation where it really just affected him that much. His day still carried on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had to take out the time to go back to the restroom to get the napkins. But it wasn't a situation where his whole entire day was ruined. He ain't had no stain on his bag. It wasn't a situation, you know what I'm saying? He was all right. Now, I'm saying this to say, you know, for whoever this is for, and it's not to say that this little boy did this on purpose. I'm pretty sure even if he, as an adult, was to watch this video, he wouldn't even remember the story. But anywho, I think me and my crazy ex-friend, all it was that really just remembered that, because we just could not. We were astonished by the fact that we had to keep on giving this man, this little boy, he was a little boy then, he a man now. We had to keep on giving him instruction. It was like, how can you, like, seriously? And you know what I'm saying? The whole time, it's like we had to put forth so much effort to tell him. And I know some of y'all will be like, why didn't you just do it? That ain't got nothing to do with me. Not my monkeys, not my show. We was really being nice. It wasn't involved. We wasn't involved in that. We ain't even really sit there and talk to them like that. We just so happen to be sitting at the same table. Anyways. I just feel like for whoever this is for, God is saying it's a situation where you may have had to take out some time to, you know, to do extra in order to get over this hump that they caused for you, but you still overcame it. And you know what I'm saying? That's part of the judgment. But due to the fact that they won't stop, you got to understand how frustrating it got to be the kind of person where you are determined to tear somebody down and you try over and over and over and over again. And every time you try to destroy what this person has got going on, what their plans is, what they doing, you fail. And you have to sit there and watch them receive whatever it is they were trying to get in the first place. Over and over. This is something that has repeatedly happened over. This person is mad, bothered. They failed over and over again. But because they refuse to realize, God said they won't quit and they won't stop. And because they won't quit and they won't stop and they won't just take a hint that they are having no effect on you and your life in any shape, form, or fashion, because they refuse to take a hint that God not going to let them stop nothing that you got going on. God said they ain't stopping nothing over here. And because they refuse to take that hint, not only do they have to watch you overcome the nonsense that they created, they also got to deal with the nonsense that he about to put in their life because they won't leave you alone. And yeah, some people, well, why you like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm happy in every video. It really don't, like, it's not a situation where it depends on what I'm talking about. I'm going to be me. And that's just that. As somebody that dealt with childhood trauma, I can attest that I do realize sometimes I can be in a awkward situation. I could be in a weird situation. I could be in a dangerous situation and fall out laughing. And it don't make sense to other people. It seems weird to other people, but that is just, that's part of how I coped with what I went through when I was a little girl. And sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. But in reality, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like some people be too worried about me, and instead of worrying about the message, they don't have nothing to do with nothing. Why? Like, I can't stunt. Me personally, I don't like watching people that look so angry and serious when they give prophecies all the time. It makes my skin crawl. And I understand that some people, that's what you need. That's fine. Do your thing. Then watch them then. I can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? You go to look on the video and they look so mad and so angry and so depressed. Just, no, we not finna do that. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to talk about nobody. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is different. Everybody has different personalities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even just the fact that I wear pink every day. Like, you, obviously, I have a bubbly personality. I'm gonna smile. Sorry. Cheerful. Sorry. I'm pretty sure I smiled when I gave the message about the famine, about the food shortage, which we are now currently living in. It don't mean that I'm happy about the fact that the food prices are through the roof, but I'm just going to say the message, and I am me. So, you know what I'm saying? If I smile, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's the message, y'all. That's the message. That's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let me move my cane over here. Deuces.